Hello, everybody, and welcome to the FB4 Daily. This is your show for Wednesday night, brought to you by Paddy Power, of course. Tonight's show is a viewer's agenda, so whatever the viewer wants to talk about, we will absolutely talk about. And I brought a good man with me tonight, it's Barry Carr. But when we get going, if you have any comments, opinions, football, non-football, random, whatever you have, last night it was all about bullets falling from the sky and how quick it could be done. So, anything like that, bring it and let's go. And here we go. It's the FB4 Daily. And Barry, I presume you're still buzzing from last night before we get going on anything else.
Yeah, I can confirm I was in top form again, top production mode, and I was telling my brother was trying to put the fear of God into me. Oh, this Salzburg team's dangerous. Look what they did to you at Anfield, and I just told him, stop, don't interrupt. We're gonna go 2-0 up. We're gonna pass the ball around, kill the home crowd, and we're gonna go through and absolutely sicken you. So thank you very much.
So you're still flying on the predictions. Is that what you're telling me?
I'm scaring myself at the minute. He also asked me for a tip for the Old Firm Betfred Cup final, like a goal scorer. I said Christopher Julian. I am literally scaring myself at the minute.
Okay, you should be on Twitter. You know, like these lads on Twitter that take photos of envelopes with loads of money in them and say, "Thank God I joined this. I follow this guy that gives me all the tips."
Do you know that picture that keeps resurfacing? It's like a whole wad of sterling 20s.
In an envelope.
I must have seen it. Yeah, sticking out of an envelope. I must have seen it about 1 million times.
Yeah.
Fair play to you, lad. You've won that 6,000 times, and you must be a billionaire at this stage. Fair play to you.
I love how the figure that's won is always 5,000 quid. All the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's one of those. Mark Sproul says morning from, I think it's Queensland, Australia. Daryl Hudson says good evening. Kev O'Sullivan says good evening. Avo says all right, Barry.
All right, Avo.
Porrick says, how weak do you think the team will be in the Club World Cup semi, considering some are playing the day before against Villa? Listen, Villa will tell you a lot because they've named a squad for Qatar, which includes Curtis Jones, Nico Williams, players like that. So we'll have to wait and see. But I can see him playing a team that you would, in the semi-final, where you would say, that's a team where we're rotating. And then you'll see the proper team once we play in the final, presuming we get there. Would you agree with that, Barry?
The Everton team.
Something along them lines, yeah.
Maybe the inclusion of a Curtis Jones, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. I can see Shaqiri, Origi, Milner, Lallana, Gomez. Essentially where you can't change is probably fullbacks because the likes of Nico and probably Larucci are going to be back in England dealing with a semi-final of their own. So something like that.
They're named in the squad. Like Kev O'Sullivan there says nobody will be playing Villa and at the Club World Cup. That's more than likely, isn't it? Like he's named all these young lads to go to Qatar. They may not feature in Qatar. It just be an experience for them. But he probably will go like under 21s against Villa. That's it. I'm not putting anybody in there to fly out to Qatar the next day. It's simply not happening.
Well, that's absolutely true. Not one player is going to play on a Wednesday and a Thursday, or is it a Tuesday and a Wednesday? It's working out whatever way that's going. There won't be a single player that will appear in both teams. So
no, So I just think like he has named him in that squad. I can't see them playing against Villa and then flying over to Qatar for the experience. I think it's just going to be, you're in the squad for Qatar. Villa it's basically a political decision they've made where they're going to go, we're going to play all our under 21s, and that's the end of it. Nobody that even gets close to this first team.
They're in there to get a medal. They're in there to get a medal, Gav. At the end of the day, every player is named will potentially lift a medal.
Yeah, absolutely. absolutely. But
You know?
we'll have to wait and see. As I said, if anybody's watching this on YouTube, hit the like button, subscribe, do all that sort of messing. If you're on Twitter, please, or watching on Periscope, please share the broadcast, like it, do all that sort of stuff. Do that for us. And as I said, any comments you have, football, non-football, as random as you like. It's anywhere. You can do it wherever you like tonight for the next half an hour. Yussi says, give us the biggest clubs first. We will win anyone in 2 legs, but the final is more difficult. Rather not have any of the big ones left. I presume he's talking Champions League.
Oh, yeah. Anyone over 2 legs we can take, 100%.
Yeah, do you know what? I didn't even bother watching the Champions League tonight. I didn't really get into it at all.
Neither did I, Gav.
No,
Neither did I.
Like,
Arsed.
I'm not bothered by, like, you know the way some years you'd watch some, you'd say, oh, that's a really good game. I'll watch them in case we get them, and like, what are they be like? And you'd be kind of watching to see how are they in form, are they not? And it's just like,
or what kind of kids have they got coming through?
And it's just like, I'm not interested because no matter who we get, I'll fancy us, and I don't care what they have either. You know, that kind of way. I don't know. I am not bothered with football unless it's Liverpool on the pitch playing. You know, it's as simple as that. Tiger Tracy says, did you see the Bitcoin app? All you do is turn it on. You should be all over that one, lads. I haven't gone near Bitcoin. I don't know. Do you know something? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not too sure what it is. I've heard of it, but I'm not too sure what it is. That's maybe me being very, very kind of living a very sheltered life or very ignorant to these things in the world, but I just don't. Kevin Sullivan says the conditions in Qatar mean we will need to acclimatise to the heat. James Kelly said the second side of the Club World Cup semi will still be very good. Ox, Shaqiri, Milner, Lallana, Divock, Adrian, Gomez, Lovren, maybe a Hendo plus a few kids. Avo says they're all crap compared to the Reds. Do you know what I wanted to ask you, Barry? How's your Christmas shopping going?
Nil.
What are we on the 11th?
I have something.
Two weeks today, isn't it?
I have something for my nephew.
Yeah,
and that's about it so far.
Okay.
I'm not panicking though. It's all planned in my head for the week after this. So no, I'm good.
So you're leaving it with 6-7 days to go, and then you're going for it all big time. Yeah.
Going big that last weekend before Christmas. Yeah.
Okay. Right. Cool.
Mm-hmm. I have a trip planned to Oma and just going to get it all done that day.
Yeah, it's like when people in Southern Ireland used to go up to where did they go?
Newry, isn't it?
Newry, yeah. I don't think it's as popular now as it used to be, but I'm nearly done with the shopping. I think I'm close to it. I'm very proud of myself.
Good man.
Very proud. Well, I say very proud of myself. My wife just went, listen, I'm due a baby on the first week of January. I'm not doing any messing around in December. Get it sorted. So I had to. Kevin Sullivan says, Lovren injury is worrying with the volume of games coming up. What do you see as a third choice centre-back now? Well, it's
genuine Alden.
Yeah, it's a very good question because it's Van Dijk and Gomez if Lovren is indeed out for a couple of games. Matip, of course, there's still no date on when he comes back. It probably is.
Fabinho's still not available.
It probably is. It probably is Wijnaldum, wouldn't it? You know, it would have been Fabinho. You would have said he'll drop in there if needs be. Could he do something strange? Like, could he bring a Keanu Hoover into the squad and say, you know, if things go really bad, I have to throw this guy in?
What about, as soon as January lands, what about us signing a centre-back?
I've heard this said a couple of times. You're going down the Stephen Colker route here because, let's be honest, unless you're signing an extremely good centre-back, right, for a lot of money in January, what's the point? Because you're only going to get somebody that's probably not good enough to fill a gap for 6 months. Does it make any sense?
I think you are looking at the previous Christmas periods and the bare bones we've got down to consistently. I mean, wasn't Clavin literally our most experienced defender one Christmas? I think you need to look at it now and just say Gomez can't stay fit, Lovren can't stay fit, Matip can't stay fit, and Van Dijk cannot do this all on his own for 2 or 3 seasons. Yeah. Completely. So no,
he needs to be able to step out for the game or two if needs be.
Yeah. My God. Like I made the case. I made the case very clearly to you on Friday evening. I wanted to leave Lovren out completely, so that He gets a proper week's rest into his legs ahead of a very important
The rest
game
won't make a
against
difference
Salzburg.
to Lovren, though. Do you know what I mean? Because if you give Lovren a rest, it does not matter with Lovren. Lovren could come back and say, I've had diarrhea overnight, I can't play. And then he'd have a stomach bug, and then he'd be gone for 2 weeks anyway. It's the sort of fella he is. He doesn't put runs of games together. And this is where the club podcast on Monday night was really interesting, because Shawnee was saying, listen, it was the only thing I worried about going into the season was not the number of centre-backs, but the personnel within those numbers. And he was concerned about it, and he's still concerned about it. Now, I still don't think Shawnee would go for a centre-half in January if I asked him. Now, I could make a lawyer of myself. He could absolutely say, yeah, he would, but I don't know, like, going back to the original thing, would you sign a centre-back in January?
I 100% would.
Okay.
100%
So
would.
if you would, what route would you go down? Would you go down, I'm going to go and sign a centre-back to be Virgil van Dijk's number one partner? Or do you sign someone that's probably a fifth choice centre-half, but you're willing to have him around there in case?
Well, for me, Joel Matip is number one partner, and that's not even in question. Mm-hmm. He's the guy I want standing next to Virgil van Dijk when the league is on the line later on in the season. So no, I'm not going after Kalidou Koulibaly, if that's what you're saying. I'm not doing that at all. Mm-hmm. I'm doing something mad, like going and getting Victor Wanyama off Spurs and converting him into a centre back.
You're absolutely off your head.
Even more mad and even more annoying to yourself, get Emery Chan back
to play centre back for Liverpool.
Yes.
So what you're saying to me is you would rather put Emre Can or Victor Wanyama into a centre half of Liverpool should needs must, if the needs comes along, rather than put a younger centre half, i.e. Keanu Hoover, in there.
A Keanu Hoover or a Sepp van den Berg?
No, Sepp van den Berg. No, absolutely not.
No, they're not. They're not viable options yet. Okay, they're not. We'll hopefully see how they get on out in Qatar and against a load of amateurs in the semi-final. We'll see how that goes. No, I'm saying somebody of the likes of your utility players.
Kevin Sullivan says here Lewis Dunk, right? And then he says no, Barry, just no, stay off the cans. Lewis Dunk is a more not a realistic. It's a more sane sort of choice than fucking Emre Can or Victor Wanyama.
Lewis Dunk would cost you 50 million right now.
This is what I'm saying. So, do you turn around and you say to yourself, I'll put it this way, does forward planning come into this? And when like you say forward, if I think forward planning, I think, okay, we're going to play Love until the end of the season and we're going to bring centre half in there. Do we bring this planning forward 6 months and say, right, we had an eye on, I don't know, pick a centre half, I don't know. Pick one.
Say Konate at Leipzig, say.
Right, so say for argument's sake, I don't even know who that is, but right, say that him, right? So you say to yourself, he's going to cost us 50 million quid, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring him in now, and I'm going to say to him, I have Virgil van Dijk, I have Joe Matip, I have Joe Gomez, and I have Dejan Lovren. Now, at the end of the season, we are going to get rid of Dejan Lovren, right? Dejan Lovren is currently injured, so what we're going to do is we're going to bring you in here. I'm not going to put any pressure on you. You're going to come in when I need you, but I want you to push them from the start of next season to be the number one, fella beside Virgil van Dijk. Because A, you're a really good defender, and we rate you, and B, your injury record, if it's any way good where you can turn it for 75% of games, you're better than the other two and three lads sitting there. Is that the route you go down?
I have a tremendous example right here in my hand to show you.
Okay. Well, I'm not beside you, so...
Look what we've done with goalkeepers.
Yeah. Okay.
There you have it.
What, messed around with goalkeepers is what?
No, not messed around. We have Alisson, absolute number one, but he goes down, and we have Adrian. We just slotted Adrian in.
Yeah.
And the team was seamless. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like people are saying there, Glenner says, I didn't get your comment a minute ago. He said, A little bit of info. Looks like Poch may be lined up to replace Pep in the summer. I don't know how true or not untrue that is, but that's what Glenner's told us. He's also said I'd have Shane Duffy as a fifth choice. I don't know where we go with this. Like, what do we do? Do we just buy two centre halves, call them fifth and sixth choice, and leave them there? They have to be able to come in and play, because the conundrum we're in at the moment is we have Virgil van Dijk, as you said, can't be expected to play every single minute of every single game. He's going to need a week off here or there, right? So that's one thing. Then you have the other three boys who are just injury prone between them, and we've been risking it on a bit of a tightrope where when he goes down, will he be okay? When he goes down, will he be okay? And this goes on and on and on. My argument is, if you're going to sign a centre back, you make a fucking signing that you go in and you go, he is the man we want. He is the man we choose beside Virgil van Dijk for the next 5 years, and we rid of Dejan Lovren or a Joe Matip or a Joe Gomez, pick one of them, and the other two lads are our backup. That's what I would do in January. Or do you just go, I'm not upsetting the squad, I understand there's injuries there, we'll be okay, we'll walk through it, because they will come back and in and out, as you know, as one gets injured, the other one might be okay. And if something ridiculous happens, we'll have Fabinho back by the end of January when Alan can go in and play there. That's what I'm asking you. Which route do you go down? Do you mix and match of what you have, or when you make this signing, do you go big? Because Shane Duffy, for me, not a fucking chance. Emre Can, Victor Wanyama, Lewis Dunk, no fucking way. You know what I mean? If Lewis Dunk is not a Liverpool standard centre half, no fucking way is he. You know that way. So
no.
Give me a final call on it. Do you make a massive splash, or do you just stay with where you are and hope for the best?
I'm not making a massive splash on a centre back in January. I don't want to upset pretty much the second best defence in the league by doing so. I want to make the really clever, along the lines of signing Andy Robertson for 8 million, or signing Adrian for nothing. I want to make that really clever one where there's an opportunity out there somewhere, I think, to get somebody. And I'm saying to you, it doesn't have
you
to
have enough money, there's an opportunity anyway.
It doesn't have to be a straight up orthodox centre back. But I want somebody that you can work with, somebody you can mould. And like when Klopp's in the past gotten away with putting Emre Can and Gini Wijnaldum in like a back three and still won the game 5-1. I mean, you could pretty much put anyone there next to Van Dijk, because he's safe as houses anyway. I mean, the fact that Gomez can go from like a quivering wreck against Arsenal and then come in the last 2 games and be back to the same old Joe Gomez, that's 100% to do with the guy standing next to him. That's the Colossus next to him.
Where was he playing? Because Joe Gomez, and the argument goes on and on. Joe Gomez should never play at right back for Liverpool again. End of fucking story. Like people are saying there, the biggest tightrope is full back. We cannot afford a 6 to 8 week injury on either. That's a good point as well. If you look around it. Yeah. But I think you can shift stuff around there. Like Fabinho can play right back. Milner can play left back. I think Milner's looked at the left back cover. Simple as that. Milner's there. Right back cover. He persists with Joe Gomez, but the centre half thing and the situation there may make up his mind on that and may force him into doing something different. You know, he could go down the 3 centre half route if he has to and play a wing back like a Henderson. You know, I think he's willing to mix and match it around the full backs, boys. But centre half, I just get the feeling he won't do anything. I just get the feeling he'll say to himself, no, we'll have Fabinho back. You know, Matip we're dealing with. Lovren, we don't know the extent of the injury, and Gomez, in fairness, his injuries are usually impact. They're not, he's pulled a groin, he's pulled a hamstring. It's usually an impact injury. Like, he broke his leg, for fuck's sake. You know what I mean? So, it's one of those. Anybody has any random stuff, throw them at us. We've about 10-15 minutes left. Any random stuff you want. Chris Brack says he's just back in from the match. Liverpool won 3-1 in the Cup, and he's absolutely delighted with himself. I'm delighted for Chris, because he goes there all the time with his daughter, and to say wins have been scarce is putting them mild. Do you hear what he's playing anyway? You'll have to let me know who they were playing. Matt Hummels is out of favour at Dortmund. Watch this space, says Avi Hansra. Barry, there's your mate, Avi. throwing Matt Hummels into the mix.
Javi's thrown a lot of names at us tonight.
Yeah,
He had Dayot Upamecano up a few minutes ago. He had Ben White up a few minutes ago.
Yeah, there's loads of names. Glenner says we've 4 fucking centre backs. If we need to buy another one, we've bigger problems. Yeah, I agree with you. I think.
Do we have 4 right now?
We do have 4. We've 4 centre backs. But
do we have 4 right now?
Not right now. We've 2 right now. Possibly 3. We don't know on Dejan Lovren. Chilks wants Koulibaly, get it done. I don't know if he suits us. I'm gonna say
let's City have him.
No, I don't think he suits us. I think he wants to play left hand side, and I think if you're gonna sign one right hand side.
Let's City have him, and they have the shunt Laporte over to the right. Yeah.
Danny Emery says Milk turns faster than Hummels. Chris Brack says Hummels is slower than a slot. So we'll have to wait and see. But look, that's the centre half chat. I am over and done with.
Yeah, we'll leave that one.
Yeah, go.
I have a random for you now.
Yeah, go on.
You're flying and of all your shopping done, and that's go you.
Go me.
What, if anything, have you picked up from the centre aisle in Aldi?
Oh yeah. So this has come up before. I love the centre aisle in Aldi. I'll walk down it and I'll see stuff and I'll be like, that's amazing. Like, like blow up double mattresses and stuff like that.
Do you know what I got?
And I'll go home and go, you want to see what I'd say to the wife, I've seen this in Aldi. And she'll be like, the fuck do we need that for? I'm like, I don't know, but it looks a great idea. It's like, it's only 100 quid. And she's like, yeah, but we all have beds in this house. Do you know what I mean? So, but I love it. I love the middle aisle in Aldi. What did you get yourself?
I got a teepee for the dog.
A teepee?
Yeah.
Like a tent?
Yeah, a tent, yeah.
Right. For the dog?
The pyramid thing.
Yeah, a wigwam.
Well, a teepee, it's the Indians, but the Native Americans use.
Yeah.
That's great. It's great. Yeah.
Oh,
it somehow fits in with the Christmassy scene in this living room.
Well, if he's happy with in his teepee, absolutely great. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm all for it.
And even better still. Oh my goodness, 24 cans of Budweiser for €20.
I don't drink Budweiser.
Well, that's fine. Yeah, but
there's more chemicals in it than there is in fucking washing up liquid. So I used to drink it. But it used to, like, not blow the head off me. I'd wake up with massive hangovers on it. Massive.
Oh yeah, put that one down. Yeah.
So Budweiser is not for me. James Kelly says not really random, but I don't see a January signing at all. I'm with you, James. I don't see a signing either. I'm gonna try to say this name is a Wahomeg 25. If you had to choose between being invisible or controlling time, what would you pick and why?
Jesus, controlling time.
Would you? But what are you doing with time to control it? What are you doing? That might sound like a very stupid question, but go on.
Getting that almanac from the future and bringing it back. Sports almanac.
So that's not controlling time. Like controlling time not being able to slow down time and speed it up and.
Oh right, we're going there. It's not time travel then.
No, it's not time travel. I think it's controlling time.
Controlling time, speeding it up, slowing it down.
Yeah. Like if you've seen an accident about to happen, you could slow time right down so you could get there and save someone. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Proper hero fucking stuff. It's being invisible anyway. That's the answer. Being invisible. Amazing.
Yeah. I would still take that. Yeah, I would take that.
I think so. And people always think, oh, you'll be invisible. What would you do in the women's dressing rooms? No, I'm thinking like it's so hard to get a ticket at Anfield. You could just walk straight into Anfield every game and be in there.
Ooh, how do you cope with the turnstiles?
Well, you're invisible.
But turnstiles is shut, though. It's not going to open for you.
Yeah, but you're invisible. You don't have to go through the turnstile.
Well, how are you getting in? You climbing over something?
No, but listen, there's going to be someone's going to open a gate for a car to drive in or open a gate to let someone.
Oh, you're going to walk in by the bus, aren't you?
Yeah, but you're walking in with the team if you want. You know what I mean? They just stroll.
You can wave to the inside Anfield camera as well.
Yeah.
Just after
And
Sadio.
then you just walk in with the team. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You head down the tunnel. They go into the dressing room. You go in the dressing room if you want, see the team talk. Head out, walk out with the team onto the thing. Stand there if you want beside them. Well, you never walk alone, it's being played. And then just walk over and get over one of the hardens and sit where you want.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
What about this? You're playing the stock markets, and you see a stock starting to rise, so you speed up time, so you see where it goes, and you go in and you get your stock before anyone else.
But that's not speed. Yeah, but that's time traveling. Like controlling time.
God damn it! What is this controlling time then?
Controlling time to me is if I'm sitting here, right, and say for argument's sake, I'm sitting here with you having a beer, and you move your arm and knock a beer over, and it's going to fall. I can slow time down, so I'm going to slow that fall down until I can get over and catch it.
You're making controlling time
Matrix
so
stuff.
Boring.
Yeah, I know. That's why the obvious answer is being invisible. You know what I mean?
Sound right, we'll leave it at that then.
If you were invisible, like here you go, right? Chris Brack says you'd be messing with opposition's keeper or pretend to be opposition's manager in our thoughts if you're invisible, right? This is what I'm talking about. You could be standing in, like, say Liverpool have a massive game against Man United, right? And it's 1-0 or it's 1-1 and you need a goal and the ball is shot at goal and it's just going wide. You can just give her a little nudge and it'll just take that swerve into the corner. You're invisible. Nobody sees it. Do you know what I mean? You just think it's a mad movement on the ball. Or you can just, a ball's being shot along the ground, you can just put your foot there and it just looks like it's taking a little bobble over the keeper. But it's not, it's you. You're invisible there. You've just scored in front of the cop end, but no one knows it. Do you know what I mean? So, it's one of those. I think I'm right, but I think Barry's disappeared. I mean, I think he's just gone now. He's had enough of me.
No, I'm back.
Oh, you're back. I thought you were just upset at the fact that controlling time wasn't being played out like you wanted to be.
Let me just jump in on your picture there. The ball's going wide, so I'm going to slow down time, slow down the ball. I'm going to go over and just flick the ball with my finger so it spins. It starts spinning it. So then it takes this mad spin into the top corner.
Yeah, but hold on.
That's
fair enough, but
that is ultimate power.
Okay, yeah, but that's the argument for controlling time, is it?
Yes.
Yeah, but you can't be standing on the fucking pitch, Barry.
But you slow down time and go out there.
But you can't go out there. You'd be still seeing. It's just slowing time down.
Yeah, but you could run faster than the ball's traveling.
No. Listen, time is slowed down, which means if I'm watching the game and I slow it down, I'm watching this ball move slowly, right? So if I was a goalkeeper and I slow down time, I go, that's going in the corner. I can get there quicker. Then speed time back up to its normal speed and touch it around the post. You as a fan can't slow down time, turn up on the pitch in Anfield and go, oh, this is great, and palm the ball into the fucking goal and call it a goal. You'd be taken out by stewards. Be invisible. You can stand at the back post tapping stuff in all fucking season. Do you get me?
Okay. Yeah, you've beat me at every scenario I've produced here. So yeah,
I definitely think being invisible is better.
Okay. Jesus, that random kept us going away.
That was great. I loved it. I love random stuff. I can't understand why people don't lash stuff at us like 20 minutes into the show. Chilk said I'd get myself in serious trouble if I was invisible. I presume a lot of people would. And not only men, I think women would as well. Glenart79 says, if I could speed up time, I'd speed up this conversation. Oh, that's a bit harsh. That's a bit harsh, Glenn.
No one's keeping you here. You can leave.
Yeah. No, listen, Glenn, there's no need to be like that. And like, I rather it when you pick me up on things I said, like, you know, that kind of way, stuff like that. Kev O'Sullivan, this is going to be mental for anyone listening to this tomorrow. Well, it usually is. Like, and this all, we love the random stuff, and the stuff with Andy last week was just on a different level.
The stuff with Andy last week. I've now moved on to Pringles because he finished off sketch for me.
Yeah, like it's grand. Like, and I've had people text me going, it's mad. Like, I'm watching football and I'm literally thinking, what if he got a full solid Easter egg in the head as he was taking that corner? So it's stuff like that. But the random stuff is, I love it, absolutely love it. But it's definitely being invisible. It's absolutely being invisible. Glennar says, makes me feel like a prick now. Look, I take it back. I don't mean to upset you. Look, forget it ever happened.
Forget
it
you,
ever
Garner.
happened. We'll pretend that comment was invisible. We didn't see it. How does that sound? Looking forward to the weekend. Before we go, hold on. Jared Davis. Everton relegated, or you can sign Messi. Everton relegated all day long.
Oh, Jesus.
I
never want to lose the derby.
Well, you see now, I'm kind of torn on it because
Messi's ghost anyway.
Yeah, no, he's not. But what I'm saying is, I'm kind of torn on the Everton team because I don't want to lose the derby. Right? I think they're too good of a club to be in the championship anyway. And there's a couple more in the championship that are like that as well. But at the same time, to see some of the stuff that goes on online, if Everton went down, it'd be absolutely unbelievable just to watch. Just to watch it. Even if you gave me a scenario for a week where Everton had been relegated, just to see what it'd be like, and then reinstate them in the league, I think it'd be absolutely amazing. I'd definitely go with Everton being relegated, but I'm kind of torn on it. Chris Brack says, funniest insult you've ever heard at a match. Ever heard a funny insult at a match?
Me? Ah, God. Nothing sticks out now. Like, I'm sure I've heard plenty.
Yeah, I've
heard obscene things, but no, nothing comes to mind at the minute. That's a good question, though, Chris.
I have heard some funny things, but I have to go and think about them, and some of them I'm probably not allowed to say on here. We'll end up getting sued, so I can't really say.
That question should be like tweeted out and have people think about it and throw the answers back.
Okay, so who asked it? Chris asked it. If Chris wants to tweet that out and tag the Trippers in it, I'll make sure that I retweet it. As soon as I finish this show. Everton relegated, just to see how the conspiracy of how it's their fault. If they go down through the cup deal with Leeds and be there for ages, and that's what happens, teams. That's what happens. Kevin Sullivan says, I don't want to see them relegated, so having Messi on the bench watching us win the league would be pure sauce. Where does Messi get into this side? He probably had to play centre half, judging by the conversation we've had tonight. Anything else before we go, Barry?
I'm looking forward to an early kickoff on Saturday, and my Christmas party is later on that evening. So
are you allowed to tell us what you work at?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I work with like a salmon farming company.
Salmon farming.
Yeah.
Wow, how interesting! Genuinely. And how do you farm salmon? Or do you farm the salmon, or are you just working for the company that farms the salmon?
I just work for the company that farms the salmon.
So you're not down farming salmon, really?
I have been, yeah. I've been, putting nets into the cages and stuff, getting it ready for the salmon to be introduced. Yeah.
As a big business.
It's big business. Yeah, it's global.
Yeah. And would Irish salmon would be a massive thing? Would it? Like, I'd say the Americans love it.
The Americans and the French are big customers.
Big lads for it. Yeah, they're into it. Yeah. Sound.
Yeah, like we're supplying like Carrefour and Picard and those kind of guys.
Nice one. Never knew anything about that.
So the staff party is later on that night. So God knows what kind of tune I'm going to be in. Like what songs am I going to be bashing out? I swear to God, I'm going to be singing "Only You" from about 3:00 onwards on Saturday.
Okay.
That's my favorite Christmas song, by the way.
Only You.
I've dropped that in the comments several nights. There was mentions of Christmas songs, consistently throughout the last couple of shows.
And what's your favorite Christmas song?
Yeah, "Only You" by the Flying Pickets.
Okay, never heard of it.
No,
never heard of it.
Oh, you're joking me.
No, well, Fairy Tale in New York goes around as the most.
Do you want a bit?
No, you can't play on this. We'll get done for copyright. Trust me. I've been done already this week on an Oasis tune. Trust me. But and I didn't even mean to play the fucking thing. But
What about Grizz the other night? Belting out Christmas tunes.
I thought we were going to get done for that as well, but we didn't. It was just the lads that didn't like us playing Oasis got upset, but we dealt with it. I'm gonna write them an email and ask can I actually use their song because I think it's a brilliant intro song. But yeah, I don't know Only You by the Flying Picket, so I'm going to look up that as well after the show. A lot of people like Fairy Tale in New York. It is a brilliant song. I love Step Into Christmas by Elton John, though. I think it's a brilliant song.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm
you know when you
that.
you stick on the random Christmas playlist, pleasant. Always pleasantly surprised when Elton pops up.
Yeah, so am I.
It's really good. Yeah,
I think he's quality. So
listen. Plus Shakin' Stevens with the edited lyrics.
Yeah, Shakin' Stevens. Yeah, we go with that. I don't mind. I like Christmas songs. I like Christmas songs. But listen, on Saturday you said the early kickoff, so you want a win to get you going nice and early for this Christmas day. We are going to give me a team. Give me a team and a score prediction then before we go.
Well, it's Lovren out, so Gomez in. Mm-hmm. So the back four and midfield with the midfield general Naby Keita keeping his place.
Yeah.
With Henderson and Wijnaldum. And we're going to give Bobby a rest, and it's going to be Salah, Origi, and Manny.
Mm-hmm. Score?
And it's going to be a nice little Christmas cracker for Anfield. A little farewell from the main guys. I'm going to say 5-0.
Oh, right. He's gone big. Okay, I'll take that all day long. Nigel Pearson rocking up with his new Watford side on early.
Jesus, on Nigel Pearson.
Yeah.
Nigel Pearson. Oh my goodness gracious me. Is there going to be a manager bump for Nigel Pearson?
I hope not, because he's a prick. So we'll have to wait. We'll have to wait and see. That's it. I think we're done. Barry, thanks a million for joining me.
Yeah. I'm random out for the night. Actually,
I'm random out for the night too. Enjoy our Christmas party. Enjoy the early kickoff on Saturday. Tomorrow night we have. I think Peter Smith is on with me, and I think Phil Casey is going to join us as well for the show tomorrow night. Ooh. Friday night, I'm not too sure what's happening. Saturday, we will probably do a show sometime around, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. We work it out.
I won't be available.
You won't be available because you will be out from the Friday night. I won't be back home yet, I presume. But look, you'll be out Friday and Saturday, won't you? You usually do Friday night and then you'll be out Saturday. But look, that's it. That's the Fatback 4 Daily. We'll talk to you again tomorrow at 10 p.m. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday evening. It's been really good. It's been random. But always remember, invisible is way better than controlling time. Over and out.